This is what was spoken by the prophet Joel.
In the last days, God says,
I will pour out my Spirit on all people.
Your sons and daughters will prophesy.
your young men will see visions, your old men will dream dreams.
Even on my servants, both men and women, I will pour out my Spirit in those days,
and they will prophesy. Really, I didn't think it applied to me, and I'm not sure who I thought it applied to. Wasn't seeing it in my life, and I don't think I even thought that it could apply to me.
It overwhelms me even now to kind of think about how it is promised that young men, old men, women and children, everybody who is in the Lord, who is in the Spirit of the Lord, will be able to have the Spirit upon them.
when I think of the Holy Spirit, I hear Jesus saying, I'm sending a helper. He sends this beautiful gift, Holy Spirit, who he says is our helper. And I really believe at the end of the day, when we're facing things that are hard or feel helpless or hopeless, we can call upon the Holy Spirit.
So Joel said that in the end times, meaning after Jesus is raised from the dead, he started the age of resurrection, that everybody gets his Spirit. And he says, men and women, the old and the young, servants and the free, that everybody gets his Spirit, which I take as living in a new relationship with God. But then he also says that signs and wonders are going to come through everybody.
He communicates me in two parameters, in two ways personally. One in quietness, and then the other one in invitation. You know, in quietness for me is in those still times when I have with myself and I'm able to hear his voice. And in those quiet times, I receive that like-mindedness of the Spirit, of that like-mindedness of Christ.
My deepest desire when it comes to being filled with the Holy Spirit, I think of the fruit of the Spirit. I think about love, joy, peace, kindness, self-control, all those fruits that are there. And at the end of the day, I know that is, I want people to know that I'm filled with the Spirit because they see the fruit of the Spirit. They see and know that I'm a person who loves. They see and know that I'm a person that has peace and that shows kindness and mercy.
What I want more than anything, more than just this perseverance to get through hard times, more than this power and the signs and the miracles, was this intimacy with Christ. And that is the number one thing. When someone has the Spirit, what you now have is this intimacy with God.
For me personally, I know it's a quiet thing. It's not something that comes vocally out all the time, but it equips me. It equips me every day, even in my bad times, even when I mess up, even when I need grace. It's still equipping me in the quietness of my home and even out and about.
As far as the gifts of the Holy Spirit, I would say some of the deepest things that I've desired is to see the Holy Spirit manifest Himself through me, in me, with the gifts of prophecy, healing, words of wisdom, words of knowledge. I've always had a desire to see the Holy Spirit manifest like that.
But it also can be that comfort of strength that you might need in whatever you face. And I believe the Holy Spirit is equipping us with things that we don't have in our human flesh. And that's one thing that Jesus promised us is, I'm going to send you one that will be with you, that will call you out to do even greater things than I've done. And
more than any of those signs, if I miss Jesus, I've missed the boat. That's the biggest gift. My wife and I, that's what we call, He's the prize. We take everything else, take everything else. Jesus is the prize. And it involves all of the miracles and the signs and the wonders that Joel talked about, that Peter talked about. That's all included. But the prize is Jesus.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, my heart for people is, it's a gift from the Father, and it's a gift that's sent to help. And if we can use it, then let's receive it.
I'm thankful that I'm able to feel that power within me every single day, and I know that it's just one call away for the Holy Spirit to dwell within me as He is constantly.
Let's let people know that they can move in this, and sometimes we'll get it wrong, but sometimes it'll be right. And when it's right, it's going to be powerful.